Hey guys, wanted to get some video of this prototype commission side panel before it gets packed up and shipped out, because it is done. Yeah, I'm not sure how well the camera is gonna pick up on the detail here, so I'll just scroll around the old lens there. The deal, client wanted like a window in his all acrylic panel. And I think it's a real interesting effect. Depending on how the light hits it, it looks different. I think it's a pretty close match to the case. Sometimes it looks darker, sometimes it looks lighter. Depends on how the light's hitting it. That's what's interesting about painting the back of the acrylic. And just like if you see Bill Owens, there's a guy, I think he's called PC Modder Mike or something like that, and he did a nice review on a custom one that Bill Owen made for him. And this part of every 600T apparently hangs a little lower. If you run your finger right there, you will feel that it hangs down just a smidge. Over here, it's perfectly fine. And what I would do, if it was my case, is I would get a little tiny razor knife or piece of sandpaper and I would clean off that little tiny bit, because you can't have the panel, have a divot out of it just because the case has a defect in the way it's assembled. And they're all that way, so it's very curious. So it makes it difficult to put the door on. You see this side goes on beautifully, but then when you get over to this side, then you have this darn thing pushing, so you got to push it under it. It's not a big deal, but it is the way it is on a 600T, the little quirks and whatnot. But yeah, it's kind of hard to see it, I know, because it's all shiny and everything. But it's a neat little deal. The edges are all, let's try and get it open again, try again. Here we go, the edges are all polished. They look black because of the paint behind it, yeah, but they are clear. And the latches fit nice, as you can see. Go right in there. The only thing is because this is not a stock panel, they have a little bit of play, but the friction of the thing holds it just where you want it. And I use some little 16th inch silicone bumper pads, and that lets the edge of this stick out just a little bit. Plus it keeps the paint from making contact with the chassis. See, it sticks out just a little bit. So if you had a light in there, it would make the whole thing glow. If you had an LED fan in a hole there, for instance, it would make the edges glow. This is 3/8. You could make them out of half. You could do that. It's just a lot more money for the plastic. But I use some of these little tiny bumpers. And those are $2.48 as compared to like another $25 for the plastic, right? So it's all 6 of one, half dozen another. Whatever the client wants, I do it. I think this is just gorgeous. It's kind of hard to see that finish, but look at how beautiful that paint looks on the back of that. And I'll just open it up one more time, and you can take a look at the paint on the inside. See, it's very nice. Okay. Still very fresh, very tender. I don't want to mess it up, so as you can see, the little bumpers I put are making tiny little marks, which I don't want. Those will probably heal if I just leave them alone. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to be sticking these little bumpers not on this case, but I'm going to take new ones and I'm going to stick them on the door so that when the door closes it doesn't scratch the paint. So I'm going to wait a little bit for the paint to cure. So anyway, there it is. Beautiful, sparkly, black, night metallic on 3/8 acrylic and latches and all that beautiful stuff. And there it is. Let's put it this way so you can really see what it looks like. It's hard to see it against the black case, but I think the paint came out pretty good. Metallic's tricky because it likes to sort of not go down a level amount of metallic everywhere, so if you work at it, you can get it though. The only thing I don't really like is a little catch on the bottom, but it does keep the door in place. And I like my little line. I think that's pretty cool looking. So anyway, there it is for Ropey on overclock.net. It's a good old pal. I've known him for many years. Fine fella. And I was glad to do this for him. You know, it was quite a bit of work to get this far. Alrighty then, this thing's going to get shipped off to Canada, so say goodbye. Bye!